The Louvre in Paris. It's more than a museum. It's a palace, a fortress of culture, protected by a web of high-tech security meant to stop the world's best criminals. So, what finally brought this fortress to its knees? A team of cyber ninjas? Ex-special forces? Nope. It was a handful of thieves whose fanciest piece of gear was basically a cherry picker. Today, we're breaking down how a simple basket lift and a few power tools outsmarted one of the most secure buildings on the planet. In a brazen heist that went down on a Sunday in October 2025, the Louvre has always felt legendary, almost impenetrable. It's home to priceless treasures, including what's left of the French crown jewels, all glittering in the Galerie d'Apollon. For centuries, the name Louvre meant security. But behind the scenes, the legend was crumbling. Staff had been sounding the alarm for years about outdated tech and security budget cuts, basically saying they were at a breaking point. And they were right. A security audit from the French Court of Audit dropped a bombshell. In the very wing holding the crown jewels, a third of the rooms had 0 surveillance cameras. That's not a crack in the armor, it's a gaping hole. The auditors slammed management for letting security become a budget adjustment variable, creating a perfect storm. While the world saw a fortress, the thieves saw an opportunity built on neglect. So, who were the masterminds behind this? They weren't your typical movie hackers, they were just observant. They found a flaw in the Louvre's defenses that was almost insulting in its simplicity. Why try to sneak past alarms and guards on the ground floor when you can just skip them entirely? Their plan was breathtakingly simple. They got their hands on a basket, lift the kind crews use for construction, and decided to go straight to the first floor. Their target, the Galerie d'Apollon, home of the crown jewels. They knew its dirty little secret. The second floor windows high above the ground were just regular, unreinforced windows. Their master plan didn't involve an inside man or complex schematics. It relied on a lift, a power tool, and the museum's own shocking overconfidence. On that Sunday morning, just after the museum opened its doors to the public, the heist began. The thieves, disguised as workers, drove a truck with a basket lift right up to the side of the museum facing the Seine. First, they raised the lift to the second-floor window of the Galerie d'Apollon, bypassing every single security measure on the ground. Using a power cutter, they sliced right through the glass. Now, an alarm did go off in the central security office, but it reportedly failed to sound inside the gallery itself. Whatever happened, it didn't stop them. They had the time they needed. Once inside, they moved through cameraless hallways exactly as the audit had warned. They reached the jewel cases and, with brute force, cut 2 of them open, grabbing priceless jewels that once belonged to Napoleon's empresses. The entire operation inside the museum took less than 4 minutes. Their escape was just as low-tech and chaotic as their entry. They scrambled back down the lift to accomplices waiting on scooters and vanished into the Paris streets. In their haste, they dropped the crown of Empress Eugénie, which was found damaged nearby. The police were initially looking for a sophisticated international crime syndicate, but the evidence screamed, "Smash and grab." Still, you have to wonder, how did they know exactly which windows were weak and where the camera blind spots were? The question of whether they had inside help hangs in the air to this day. The fallout was massive. The French government was, to put it mildly, embarrassed. While a security upgrade plan, part of a new Renaissance project, was already in the works since that January, this disaster lit a fire under it, fast-tracking funds for new cameras and a complete security overhaul. The heist sent shockwaves through the museum world, forcing everyone to look again at their own defenses, not just against hackers, but against the simple audacity of a ladder and a saw. The Great Louvre heist of 2025 wasn't a story of high-tech genius, it was a story of stunning simplicity. It proved that millions in security can be defeated by a single, glaring oversight. It's a wild reminder that sometimes, the biggest threat isn't a ghost in the machine, but a team of audacious thieves with a basket lift. What other impenetrable systems do you think have a simple, overlooked flaw? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.